So, um, good morning. How are you guys? Okay, yesterday, if you watched my previous video, let me take my time and talk this thing. Yeah, if you had seen my previous video, yeah, you would see I did an analysis on this pair here, while it was somewhere here. Yeah, while it was around somewhere here, right? My analysis was that it was going to come back to retest this fair value gap. This there's an order block here, this order block or this fair value gap. So, but then I told you guys to watch out. This was exactly the move that I expected to happen. I knew that it was going to get somewhere here, but at least I know I will still take my 1:2, 1:3, right? I told you guys the aim is to get your box up, like to get your just get what you can get in your risk 1:2, 1:3, and you're out. So in this case, I even jumped in twice, risking the same 1:2 on each trade. So in other words, I made 1:4 in the same 1:2 gap, right? I made like 1:4, but I actually exceeded 1:4 because then one was 1:2.5 because I saw this fair value gap area here, right? So one was 1:2.5, which was the first one. Ooh. So immediately market came back to retest on this area, tapped it, and went back to close with this engulfing tweezer candle, right? This last candle engulfed this one, but it looks like more like a tweezer. So I took my trade here from this point of entry. And when I got this star retracement and closed above again, I took another 1:2. You get here. So the first one was 1:2.5, second one was like 1:2.4-ish. So I almost made 1:5 on this pair, right? I almost made 1:5. So this was what I was actually showing you guys about. So from a higher time frame, I saw that this market had come to a point where it's going to take some time, but it's a support point, it's a buy zone, right? So then if you go down to 4 hours, notice yes, market is in a bearish trend here, but this bearish trend might not last. So all we did, this trade we took that I took yesterday was just a trade of retracement, probably a retracement to tap on these full what do you call it? This full fair value gap imbalance area, right? Yeah, it was a retracement to tap on this imbalance area here, and probably would see a push to the downside. I don't know if it's going to break down. I'm not sure, but market, you don't run ahead of the market. You follow the market. So you wait for it to give you all confirmations, check in, then before you can ride on with them. So when you come to 1 hour, that move is a retracement move. So when you come to 1 hour, we know that all this could be a form of liquidity, piling up liquidity area, liquidity area, liquidity area. So we saw that this market cleared here already and also cleared this point. So I was expecting it since it gave me a high here, the trend shifted from this point, then it gave me a break of structure point here, right? Let me increase it. I don't know if you can see. Okay, so since it gave me a high here, after the trend shifted from this point, trend shifted here. This was where trend shifted, change of character. It came back, retested that area, this other block here. It came back, retested this other block here. Yeah, this one here, and gave a high, right? So I was banking on after this high is created, it will come back and retrace anywhere around here. So my key level, my key zone for for trading this, my key range for trading this is between here and here and this point. Those were my key zones. So I was waiting for anywhere around here that let markets come back and give me a good entry point. So I saw this fair value gap. If you notice, this was the fair value gap. Yeah, I saw this fair value gap here coming out to print nicely at that point. So when I saw this print here, and I know there was another, there was this other block here, but it's too big. So I had to break it down to 15 minutes. 15 minutes. This was the other block on 1 hour that we saw, right? This was the other block on 1 hour that we saw. Then if you still look further, this was the, I say other block, this was the fair value gap on 1 hour that we saw. But if you still look further, there is this other block here. But then I was still banking on if it retests here, fine. If it doesn't retest here, maybe it comes down, then I'm expecting it somewhere here. But lo and behold, it retested here and gave me a push above the sell candle. So I had to take my trade from there and put my take profit and my stop. So if you notice, see where my stop is just below the midline of the mid um, what do you call it? Imbalance area or fair value gap area. So, and when I saw this other push again to break, because already this kind of was in a downtrend after I took out all these lows, right? It was in a downtrend. So when I saw this other move now to break here, to break above this point here, so I had to take the trade. I had to take the trade again. Okay, I had to take the trade again. So that was my ultimate 1:2. This thing didn't get, I don't think it got to 1:2.5. Oh, wow, it did. It actually did 1:2.5. So that was my trade for yesterday. So I hope you all caught it. I hope you saw the video and I hope you caught the trade. So, but I'll be explaining more. I just wanted to drop this out there. I'll be explaining more. Okay. So do well to subscribe, like, leave a comment on what you think about this strategy and about the work we're doing. And as we follow, if you have questions, you can drop your questions on the comment section. I'll go through the comment section and I'll answer your questions. Okay. So have a nice day. Ciao. See you in the next video.